Rico came to fight as expected. I'm a little bit speechless, to be honest. Like, I did not expect that level of foot movement, that level of pressure from him. I did a video on a few what ifs could happen, and I think one of the major ones was, can Usyk prepare how he would for a world contender for this fight? There was a really good interview with Max Kellerman and Conor Benn talking about his last fight and how he didn't prepare as well as Eubank. And it wasn't talking about discipline, it was just more saying you can't simulate the same level of adrenaline when you're fighting someone who's not seen as a credible threat. But we did say that Rico was going to come into a fight. This was a massive opportunity for him. And I mean, we got to talk about the stoppage. In the interview after, they're saying, oh, he stopped, 2 minutes, 55 seconds into the last round. That fight was stopped 3 minutes and 2 seconds into the 11th round. So 2 seconds past the round. It was bad stoppage. Weird moment, though. They did say in the commentary that they shouldn't have put the mouthguard back in. If you lose your mouthguard and it's going to disrupt the flow of the fight, I do believe the rules are that the fight should continue and you're continuing at your own peril. So Rico did get more time there in which Usyk probably would have finished him. He was very rocky on his feet. But still, you make one decision, you can't then make a bad decision to undo that first decision. So it was an awful stoppage. Rico was absolutely winning the fight at best. To that point, you had to give Usyk 3 rounds at best, probably 2. I had the same scorecard as Mike Coppinger. Could have given the 3rd round to Usyk. There were some middle rounds in there that were close. Usyk did throw some good punches, but it was far and few between. And I think on, the whole dynamic of the fight and who was controlling the pace and who was landing the more significant punches, it was certainly Rico. Usyk, he looked a step off. I did think that he was going to step around him all night and pretty much just punch him in the side of the head as a punching bag, punch him in the body, change levels. There was very little level changes. Rico really did a Usyk on Usyk, pretty much. He really pressured him. He didn't give him a lot of space. He made it a very uncomfortable fight, and he was very successful. Usyk, there was something potentially on his mind. There's a few moments in the side of the ring, in the corner, where he just didn't look himself. He was a little bit heavier, so whether that was just the conditioning, feeling overwhelmed. He did mention after the fight that his daughter was in a bunker because where they live is currently being bombed. So, I mean, many of us, thankfully, can never even imagine what that feels like. So whether that had an impact, but I think the main impact was Rico came in ready to fight and to win that fight. Usyk did seem underprepared. We had Cabell in the ring afterwards. I think I'd like to see that again. As much as I think Rico potentially got robbed, or at least got robbed the opportunity to try and fight the last round. I think he would have got stopped in the last round if it was allowed to continue, but he certainly deserved that chance. Not interested in a rematch, funnily enough, because Usyk would come in more prepared, and it would be, round 12 or round 13, as they say, when there's a rematch, if, the 12th round did happen, if Rico did get through it, and if he didn't get robbed on a decision. They did mention scorecards middle of the fight. WBC apparently went around and collected the cards. That's a new thing for me, 76-76, so maybe a bad stoppage is better than a bad decision, which we'll maybe heading toward. So look, full props to Rico. An excellent fight, an excellent spectacle. But we'll just see what happens next. Hopefully it's Usyk and Cabell in Germany. That'd be an amazing fight. This is Matt with Taylor the Tape. See you next time.